Hello, and today's moment of Zen is six surprises after being here for almost 4 months. Today is August the 2nd. We left Canada on April the 4th, arrived here April the 5th, and it's been almost 120 days or almost 4 months. 4 months. And a couple days ago, Kasha and I were sitting at the local pizzeria enjoying a pizza and for the first time a cold beer. And we ask ourselves, what were the surprises here, the top three surprises that we kind of didn't expect to find in Italy after moving here from Canada? So I wrote it down because didn't want to stumble. So I have the list. So I'll go back and forth. One of mine, one of Kasha's, one of mine. So Kasha's surprise number one was the nature. We are in a countryside. You can see a shrub near our house, and we are in the middle of nowhere in Umbria, about an hour and a half north of Rome, about 45 minutes south of Perugia. And we are immersed in nature, and that's what Kasha noticed, and that's what she loved. We started going for walks. And we have multiple paths around here, and the nature was her biggest surprise. Even though we lived in a small town in Canada, in Ontario, we are blown away by what we have here, and kudos for Kasha for noticing it. For me, the first surprise was our landlord and landlady, Giuseppe and Laura. They are both incredibly positive human beings, hardworking, precise, trustworthy, funny, social. They often stop by and after work, and they work long days. They work until 7:30 p.m. and they would stop by, and then we'll chat sometimes for half an hour. I love that. That was my biggest surprise because, again, surprise is something you don't expect. So that is mine. Kasha's surprise and a pleasant thing, pleasant, yeah, I guess, is her connection with Lara. Um, we reach out to our local contacts to see if anyone could help Kasha with Italian, and she connected with this wonderful lady named Lara that wanted to improve her English. So they meet once or twice a week. In fact, Kasha is there right now. They chat over a cup of coffee and some sort of a sweet breakfast, and they enjoying each other's company. And Kasha says that was on her list of surprises. For me, number two is the discoveries that we make here on every corner. And we are tempted to do more of that. I mean, the surprise discoveries. 3, 4 days ago, we were walking through a nearby town of San Gemini, maybe 10 minutes drive, one of hilltop towns around this part of Umbria. A little bigger than Portaria, a little smaller than Aqua Sparta, but very cute and very easy to park and easy to walk and easy to find a spot at the restaurant. So easy, and we love that part. It's not touristy, even though we are tourists, and in some ways, every tourist wishes to find a place that is not touristy, but that's a catch 22, isn't it? You look for a solution to a problem you create. Wow, that was deep. So we found this place, and we walked the streets of that town many times. But we walked the main streets in this medieval town. And a few days ago, we were walking the street we walked a dozen times. But then the small side street, and when I say small, it's maybe 6 feet wide, 1.5 meters or so, so very narrow. A car wouldn't go through it. So it was one of those medieval donkey and a human street. And the reason I wanted to turn there is that at the end of it, maybe 50 meters down, I saw a table, which most likely a restaurant. So we walk there, and sure thing, there was a little pizzeria there. Around the corner, there were multiple tables, and it was full of people, typical Italian style, young, old kids, all ages eating together. And there was a playground right outside. So a lot of kids, kicking the ball or riding their bikes there, and a park, and actually another two restaurants. And it's something we didn't know it existed there because it was off the beaten track. But specifically, that pizzeria caught our attention, and we went there the other day. It was a great pizza, great service. We had our pizza and beer, and that's where we discussed our surprises. So, my second surprises are the discoveries. Number one, we didn't have any information about San Gemini other than just cursory look on Google. This town is one of the most beautiful towns in Umbria. It does have the plaque outside, but it's not something that you read about and then you plan your whole day about it and search for the best restaurants. So the San Gemini was a discovery on its own. Then we had multiple refreshments there on the main plaza, and then now we're walking down the street discovering little nooks and crannies there with local Italian families enjoying the evening meal, and we'll definitely go there. We already discovered multiple restaurants there that we want to try, or at least maybe stop for a glass of wine and a experience. So these type of discoveries exist on every corner, and Kasia knows that I love to drive through the countryside. So every time we drive somewhere and we're not in a rush, we'll take the scenic route, sometimes with disastrous consequences because some of the side roads here are absolutely unpassable. You still need a donkey or a good pair of shoes, but well, if I hit one of those roads, I turn around and try another approach. But this I keep ranting about it, but the ability to discover history and food and people and experiences and the views is off the charts. I love this part. So 2 for 2. Now, what do you think is number 3 for Kasia? And that was actually the funniest part because number 3 for both of us, number 3 of surprises, it was the same. Unbelievable. So we ended up with actually only 5 surprises between both of us, searching for 6. So I guess the last one has the double value. We both love how well our kitten named Mousy adjusted to life in Italy. She arrived here absolutely traumatized by the long flight. She was shell shocked from the noise, from the commotion, from being trapped in a small bag. When we arrived here, we let her in a house, and she found our bedroom and climbed under the cover and slept there under the cover in complete darkness and silence. I think that her ears were just ringing from all of that. She slept there for a few hours and finally came out. And so she just loves it in here. All of that around, it's her domain, including the field outside. She's roaming the fields. She's coming home. Every time we go outside, she will come and greet us, and we pet her, and we just love watching her having here so much fun. Didn't expect her. We didn't expect this house to be so welcoming for her, but also her we didn't expect for her to love it so much. She trimmed weight. She's much slicker now. She goes outside for the whole day, comes back home to play with us, eat something, and then goes outside. It's the sweetest thing for us to observe. So 5 surprises when searching for 6. Can't wait for new surprises, more surprises. Wishing everyone a great day. Love you all. Bye.